he knew in order for us to reach our potential, one, I had to be 10 times better than I was in that previous June finals. But Chris Bosh had to go to the 5.
Now, I'm sure you've heard by now that Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis were traded to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Khalil Ware, Kasparas Giannis, 3 first-round picks, including the 13th pick in this year's draft, all right, a pick swap, and a second rounder. Now, obviously, getting one of the top 5 players in the NBA is a great start to the summer. When you take into the account how talented Bam is, they have one of the best twin towers in the entire league. But everybody spent all week talking about how Giannis is going to regret the move.
I don't. I woke up, looked at my phone, and went back to sleep. Saw the news and went right back to sleep. And you know who else went back to sleep? With the AC on 60 and the box fan blowing in his face? Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. And so when I think about Giannis, let me say this. Giannis would never win another championship with him being the number 1 option.
I think we are on the downslope of Giannis's career. I'm not saying it is a steep downslope, but I think that the peak Giannis was pretty clearly a few years ago, and it's gotten either through availability or whatever other reason, just erosion of skill. He's not quite as good. So there's one thing.
Miami is a perennial play-in team. They've been that for years now. Like, this is what they do. So you think with this current roster, and again, I love getting a superstar. I love swinging for the fences. They have a lot of work to do to reach those expectations of those odds that I'm seeing now. Because there's no shot with this current roster.
In my opinion, when you look at Giannis paired up with Bam and you pair him up with Eric Spoelstra, one of the all-time greats, you have an opportunity to compete for a championship in the window of time Giannis is going to sign for. Now, obviously, that starts at the top. Pat Riley. Since signing Jimmy in 2019, the challenge has been to get stars. Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden, Bradley Beal, Donovan Mitchell, and there's probably a whole bunch of other players we don't even know about. But one thing that he's always been able to do, that is build around stars. If you look at 2006 with Gary Payton, James Posey, Jay Will, Antoine Walker, and 2012 and 2013 with Mike Miller, Shane Battier, James Jones. If you look at the teams that Jimmy Butler led to the finals and the conference finals, Pat has always found guys that complement his stars and perform at a high level come playoff time. The next component is Eric Spoelstra, his protege. Spo has done miracles for some of the teams he's coached, whether it's revamping the entire style of play last season, going 31-10 in the second half of the season in 2017 with the roster that had no business experiencing that type of success, getting to the NBA Finals with the G League alumni and no Tyler Hero because he was sidelined with the injury. In 2011, the Heat lost the NBA Finals, and LeBron James credits Spo for their dominant resurgence the following 2 seasons.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you when it all changed. Obviously, my first year there, played great basketball, got all the way to the finals, losing the finals. I played like shit. Spo is the reason why we were a better team and our team was more assembled properly. That summer, he went to Oregon and hung out with Chip Kelly.
Oh, interesting.
He when we lost to Dallas, he went to Oregon and hung out with Chip Kelly and learned the spread offense and tried to figure out if he could translate that to basketball. And don't know the super conversations that him and Chip had, but I know when he came back to us, he knew in order for us to reach our potential, one, I had to be 10 times better than I was in that previous June finals. But Chris Bosh had to go to the 5.
Spo has established himself as one of the greatest coaches of all time. When you have stars, he'll get you rings. When you have one star and a bunch of dogs, he'll get you to the finals. When you have a bunch of misfits that the league throws away, he will get them to play extremely hard every single night. That year actually turns out to be Heat fans, one of their favorite seasons of all time. The contract situations of Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins is actually pretty straightforward. Based on Powell's contract, we can assume that he's going to be playing elsewhere. I don't even want him back because he would have to take a crazy pay cut. And if you watched him the past 2 seasons, He has earned himself a great deal, and Miami can't afford to pay him that. Wiggins, he can opt in and still get his money. I like his fit next to Bam and Giannis because they could be one of the best defensive front courts in the entire NBA if they stay healthy. Add Davion Mitchell into the mix. Offenses are going to need to get an enormous amount of rest the night before they play Miami. Y'all not going to be going out. Y'all not going to be partying. Get you some sleep. Be well rested. It is going to be a long night when y'all play Miami. The Heat were able to retain Pelly Larson. All right, he's going to be a promising young piece off the bench. He put up 11 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He can space the floor at a decent clip. He can slash and finish at the rim. He's a smart player and a capable defender. And then you pair him up with Bobby Portis. Portis put up 14 points, 6 rebounds, top 5 in three-point percentage at 45.6%. You have a nice start to your bench. I mean, names like Klay Thompson, Chris Middleton have been thrown around, to add veteran shooting. That is going to be extremely important to the success of their season. And then they just picked up a whole bunch of guys that nobody really took a look at, free agents that didn't get drafted. You got the young boy from Louisville. They're always finding diamonds in the rough. So I have all my faith in Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra to do so. The most important thing to pay attention to is the fit between Giannis and Bam Adebayo. I hope this doesn't eliminate, things like the high-low action or the 4 and 5 pick and roll. Oh my goodness. The 4 and 5 pick and roll with Giannis and Bam is going to be nightmarish if they can get 1 or 2 shooters. If they do that, it's going to be wraps. I mean, I'm chalking it up to 50 wins easy. If you get 30 and 12 from Giannis and Bam can give you 20 and 10 and a first-team all-defensive caliber season, the Miami Heat are going to have lots of promise. Look to add another star in the following summer. That could depend on what happens in Cleveland. We never know. Talk about LeBron might be coming through. Who knows? I mean, nobody knows what the King is thinking after Austin Reeves signs his deal. Be careful in the East this season. It's going to get crazy. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts about the Miami Heat, their opportunity to compete in the East, their opportunity to maybe sign a guy like LeBron, and how you think the Bam Giannis Antetokounmpo pairing is going to fare in the Eastern Conference this season. That's one more for the good guys.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. This is my show.